Lowerbracket Final, everybody. As Colorful unfortunately had to forfeit due to conditions today, we have our Undead Mirror, Europe versus NA, a never-ending battle. Definitely thanks to, NA talking big pretty much all the time. And now, iNSUP, after defeating Colorful and after taking a map of Lawlion, he's facing TeRRoR, who brought Lawlion to a 50-minute game today. Incredible games here today on the second day of the Xellosred. Who's following the three Koreans into the round of 8? It is either iNSUP from Canada or TeRRoR from Poland. So what's their style in Undead Mirror? I would think they're both more on the micro apartment compared to Cryptlord play. Starting on LR here. Could be both. Not too familiar with both of their mirror styles. Didn't see it too much. But judging, I would think they're both DK Fiend kind of guys. iNSUP refused to play Cryptlord for a while, but it's a Lich first. Okay. Interesting. Super interesting stuff by iNSUP. iNSUP mainly Lich. Yeah, good call, mate. Good call. That might put TeRRoR under pressure. And there's this old school strategy where you go with the Lich into the opponent's base. When there's a graveyard, there's corpses. You can raise them, you can attack. Plus Nova and right clicks. Tomorrow, by the way, the group with Krav, Focus, Hitman, and Thunder. Okay. TeRRoR sees the ghoul build. Not aware of the Lich just yet. And how is TeRRoR approaching this? What can he do to put some pressure off of his build, start the tech,
player's forces are under attack,
and get his advantage? First Nova used already. Okay, deny by the creeps. No experience for the Lich. Once again, the nice little indicator that we have on the W3 Champions maps now tell us. Against the DK though, should be defendable, as TeRRoR already builds an Nerubian, sees the movement, gets the corpse here from the critter. This looks kind of all inny a little bit by iNSUP, as the Fiend build will be way better later. So there we go. Ghoul battle in the main. There is 2 more Nova. We would love to throw it on the Acolytes and get damage on the Acolytes. TeRRoR with the first Fiend. TeRRoR with the tower. That helps in the defense. 26 supply for iNSUPERABLE. TeRRoR. Oh, gets his DK surrounded. Really? Really? There's no potions. He's still on tier 1. Lich is lurking around. He got the Nova now. Will he throw it? Yes, he does! And there's no way out. Oh, this might be a quick one. This might be a very, very, very quick one. TeRRoR blocks himself onto that Fiend. Calls for the GG. A 3-minute 37 opening on LR. iNSUP's Lich play. And it's again the ghouls. It's again the ghouls. Overwhelmed. Despite having the tower. Despite knowing exactly what's up. DK surrounded. Focus fired. iNSUP on fire today. His ghouls are working out really well. Really, really, really well. We got $12 today, by the way, on the Matcherino. You can contribute to the prize pool. We got a $2 donation by Hipposaur, Dune King also with the €2, and Dargok with $10. Thank you very much. If you want to support this or the second season of Xellosred, you can do that via Matcherino! !Xellosred. And maybe we can get some funds here. And INSUP. We're getting very close to the last game of the day. This time, TeRRoR will have the ping advantage a little bit. Wow. The tweet yesterday about the finals of ESL Cup got 30 retweets and 230 likes. That's absurd. That might be our best tweet ever. So CH says TeRRoR and the game already starts. So without further ado, TeRRoR, can you shrug this off? Can you start a comeback just like Lawlight did against INSUP? And INSUP, will you play Lich here as well? Could be followed up with a guard. Wouldn't mind too much. That is a huge slap in the face though. If we start the series like this, it is TeRRoR fighting for survival in the Xellosred in the upper right with DK Fiend build once again. INSUP on the other side. Altar Crypt Ziggurat looking like a Lich once more. Oh boy, if INSUP wins this, we will hear this or about this result forever and ever and ever. INSUP still on a, I don't know, 14-hour stream grind. Made it through the night, 10 a.m. for him now in Canada East. So INSUP, Lich again? Or do you throw in a Crypt Lord? DK. DK ghouls this time. Okay. Expansion's super hard, so this is not really a Crypt Lord map. DK Ted Fiends by TeRRoR. Okay. I mean, if you can block and surround like INSUP does, why would you ever play anything else? If you get a Fiend early on, it's almost half the rent. Do you say that in English as well? And it's like a German saying. If you're like halfway to your goal or to success, that's half the rent. If not, then start using it now. But yeah, INSUP with one leg in the quarterfinals. TeRRoR has to do something about it. Trying to harass here, but very, very tough to do. INSUP is focusing on that Acolyte, trying to do some damage. Doesn't really work. Ring of Protection as the DK comes in. Can he be in time to get the Berserker? Coil from downtown, maybe? No, a little too late. So at max, he can get the Trapper. INSUP is threatening some pressure on the DK. Good reactions. TeRRoR is kind of relying on some success, at least to delay level 2. He's forcing quite some coils with the skeletons coming in. But this is more experience for INSUP. 140. Didn't get that one here. INSUP really wants this Trapper. More coils, of course. Not below the threshold. He's splitting his forces. TeRRoR, be careful. And INSUP gets the entire camp. TeRRoR leaves empty-handed. Fiend kept in the back. And INSUP seems very sure to be able to get a skeleton. If he gets a skeleton, that's level 2. And it's quite a big skeleton army. Some of them will disappear. Some of them still have duration. He has 2 more Rods of Necromancy. Plus in the base, there's a graveyard. And TeRRoR feels forced into a Spirit Tower. 2 Spirit Towers! That is so expensive! All while TeRRoR, INSUP is teching already. No tech. Wow, what a brave attempt here. Any coils? Any coilers? No level 2. He's an entire level ahead. TeRRoR can't get a foot on the ground. And oh, that's the Fiend. That's half the rent. Will take some time. He's in tower range, but yeah, damage is too high. Sacrificing 1 ghoul and 2 coils for this fiend. But you are so reliant on that fiend. Doesn't even get the ghoul as he saves it with 3. iNSUP, I am so impressed with you today. TeRRoR, probably top 5, top 6 European undeads. But it seems like it's not really his day. No Narrow as well. Interesting. Okay. This is a little too ambitious. He wanted to block. Does he get it though? Does he get it? That's the TP gone as well. Or will he let it die? Is he triggered? Will he tilt? Will he tap out? Fiends are coming. It is the TP gone while killing 2 ghouls. So at least he gets something out of it. iNSUP with a late graveyard.
Forces are under attack.
But it's time to catch up, man. 3 fiends. Almost 0 experience. Super low. Tech is more than 50% behind. TeRRoR needs a little miracle. Viewers are trying to educate me that in English it's half the battle. I'm trying to educate you that it's half the rent, my friend. I'm the influencer here. Got it? Again, iNSUP seems to love that Goblin Laboratory creep. What can you do now as TeRRoR? He's not willing to creep at all. Wouldn't the turtle spot be enough? Whoa, he's taking a risk. He is taking a big risk. No scout. Love that play by TeRRoR here.
A player's forces
Just
are
checking if
under attack.
iNSUP is coming, which he's not. Scroll of the Beast, though. Sack Pit? Dreadlord? What? He wants to end this game, doesn't he? Cloak of Flames for the DK. But here's iNSUP. Oh boy. That's gonna be sleep. That's gonna be more surrounds, but Dark Ranger, he's going for the DK here. Scroll of the Beast popped as well. Does he have the force? Yeah. DK dies for the second time. There's more sleep. There's more kills. There's no coils anymore, so ghouls will suffer. But this is the knockout punch. Buys the DK back. TeRRoR is trying a lot to stay in this tournament, but iNSUP is just getting the bigger kills. Ghouls are disposable. Trying to go for the revenge kill, but he's just walking out. Messy movements by iNSUP. Messi, the football player, not messy as in unorganized. Level 1 Tavern Revive, man. You really don't... Oh, it was level 2. Okay, then it's a little expensive. Ghouls are rotated in. Tier 3 coming.
A player's forces are under attack.
Oh boy. If TeRRoR loses this is a game that really hurts. You take that game with you for quite some time. So many skeletons from the Dark Ranger though. He wants to go for the DK again. That's iNSUP's game today. Hero focus all the way. Sleep again. Surround again. I'm not even sure if he can do it here. Oh, the skeleton blocks. And that's another kill. Yikes. Just ghouls all the way. He's not even tier 3. He's halfway through. TeRRoR is trying to go to tier 3 himself. But man, the amount of damage iNSUP is able to do with ghouls only.
A player's forces are under attack.
It looked like the boulder was coming to the DK. But it wasn't. Skeleton's about to expire. iNSUP with the block. Jesus. iNSUP's blocks are absolutely incredible. Can he get the last hit? No! Yep. Wow. Last coil. But this is the second feat. It's just total domination! It is total domination.
A player's force.
TeRRoR close to tier 3. So is iNSUP. Close to 40. It's not even a slaughterhouse. It's one base Ghoul's Gargs. Two DK kills are expensive. Lots of Fiend kills are expensive. Liches are coming on both sides. So, TeRRoR should scale better into the late game though. A lot better. Dreadlord versus Dark Ranger, it's just... gives an edge to the Dark Ranger. What's the follow-up? Boneyard. One base Ghoul Garg Worms. Three Fiends, one ensnared. Went for weapons. Just going for the hero again. Are you kidding me? TeRRoR might be able to move out though, but there's more sleep. And he can't coil if he's slapped. Wake me up before you go. Doesn't really work that way. And the Lich is coming now. Wild games. TeRRoR, very determined to get this Rock Golem. Strikes for the third time now. But will the Dark Ranger now outscale the Dreadlord? Is the question. Maybe iNSUP is styling a little too much. Got a little bit of an ego boost from the two surrounds. But iNSUP might get up to 450 with two worms. And TeRRoR just has to hold on. Just has to survive. Town portal now to be safe. That's amazing. Cloak doesn't really do too much. I mean, against ghouls, yep, but against the rest, not too wild. First worm is out. So you can go for the fountains. Four Fiends. TeRRoR's damage is rising rapidly with this. And there's Web. Is there enough decoys for the worm? Is the worm even in? Yes, it is. Whew, Nova's big though. Worm is getting web, but there should be plenty of coils, right? Level 4 for iNSUP now. Ghoul still wreaking havoc. He doesn't have Frenzy. Not too sure why. Damage is spread across a lot of Fiends here. And TeRRoR is starting to lose them. There's not enough damage to kill this worm. There's another coil. Maybe this worm transition was the right one as the statue falls. Next Nova onto that Fiend. Coils flying everywhere. And the worm is working. Somehow. The Gogs are flying in. Big downside for iNSUP, of course, that he doesn't have statues. So he doesn't have regen. He's losing that worm if he can't coil, which he can't. And he's about to lose the Lich as well. Uh-oh. Yep. Now this game is turned on its head. No way. That's that's never allowed. This Lich is never allowed to survive. If the Lich falls and the Fiend survives, this might be game. Dreadlord close to level 3. But if TeRRoR, like, he should go Banshees, right?
A player's forces are
if he can squeeze it in. He has to rebuild so many units. Anti-Magic would be amazing. Same as Curse. Like, Curse on Lich and Worm. So who's gonna get the better end of this map now? 38 supply only, and that's already including the worm. That wasn't the critical mass of damage. Couldn't kill the fiends fast enough. iNSUP still on one base. TeRRoR doesn't have to be afraid of anything. He can creep fairly well. His heroes are scaling better. He got the silence. He got the hard counter in fiends. Rope the Magi. Nice privilege. Good addition. And TeRRoR taking the lead in experience, actually. So ideally, you have enough decoys so the fiends can't web your worm, but it's 5 fiends, man. It's way too much. And you can't prevent coils, really. I mean, with sleep, you can try. Now we got 2 worms. Still 0-0. But, what's the solution against destroyers except like a couple of Gargs? But you see the damage isn't really crazy. There's always gonna be coils, and that is an invite to free kills. Yo, iNSUP. I guess this game isn't yours anymore. Brute force with damage. Nice sleep here. But for how long? How long can he keep the worms alive? Good ghoul spread. Doing damage here, doing damage there. Killing 2 fiends right away. But iNSUP is running out of mana. He doesn't have a single coil anymore. He's almost getting to dark range though. But calls for the GG. TeRRoR's army outscales him after a phenomenal early game. Conceal Tail goes to TeRRoR. And that means we go on, we move on into our last game of the day. One map will decide this. TeRRoR, really cool, really well experienced, knowing his win condition. And stayed in the game because he knew he would outscale and would have the better end of the stick in the late game. Despite this crazy early game. Not bad, TeRRoR. The fact that he didn't give up after 2 DK kills, a super late tech, just shows that DK Fiends is the superior build. Maybe iNSUP was a little complacent there. Trying to style. Yeah. DK, Dreadlord, I mean style points for sure. But is that the most successful build? Nah. I think expanding. Cryptlord expansion. And maybe a second Fiend for transition. That's working better. Yeah, no frenzy, good call. It seems like TeRRoR won the coin toss with the ping. So he has a little bit better conditions. TeRRoR from the open qualifier into the quarterfinal. Just one map away. iNSUP, how tired are you? What's left in the tank? Echo Isles it is. So I wouldn't be too surprised to see another Ghoul play. Another Lich play, maybe. By Inso. As we say this, we're loading into the game. Everything refreshed. Everyone refreshed. Decision time in group A. Lolite already qualified. Colorful eliminated. And now decision time. Who's going to be the first non-Korean to join the round of 8? Tomorrow we have the group of Focus, Hitman, Krav, and Thunder. On Thursday, it's Foggy, Sonic, Shake, and Suck. Series is tied 1-1. This Undead Mirror. Will TeRRoR expect this heavy pressure this time? Builds the Ziggurat a little further forward. That helps against the Ghoul push. Exposes the Acolytes there in the back though. And what do we got? Crypt, Altar again. So this is a Ghoul build for Insup. How big is the commitment though? Lich it is. It looked really scary. Crypt Lord! On this map, the standard. Insup refuses to go for the standard. So, what's the dynamic here? If the Lich does a lot of damage early, he can probably overwhelm. But you gotta be so careful. Level 2 can be reached quite early. TeRRoR sees the build with the second Ziggurat. Nothing too telling yet, I believe, except that the tome is a lot faster.
A player's forces are under attack.
But okay. Keeps the TP. And the Lich is exposed. Acolyte dead. 5 ghouls. And let's rush over. TeRRoR, first objective here. Get corpses. Get beetles. And Sub rushing this again. Not into the base. He sees there's an arrow. Or he saw there's an arrow probably. Insup played against the Crypt Lord probably a million times on this map, so he knows exactly what he's doing. If he can prevent this expansion, level up the Lich a little bit, he will be a big force against the ghouls. Yeah, and that's the problem. Like, this tower positioning is really good for TeRRoR. There's a little run by. How ready are you, Insup? No tower up. He's trying to block the way into the base. No second crypt. Chip damage of the Lich. Not yet too impressive. But also expansion. Ooh, one Acolyte. Close. Saves it for now. Ghouls are taken care. Tower almost up. We have a bigger fight in front of TeRRoR's base with the tower support. But Nova is the big damage. And now we have a fight for corpses. TeRRoR wants to spawn beetles and skeletons. TeRRoR, Insup wants skeletons as well, of course. So far, Insup salvages this well-ish. All Acolytes alive. Good macro. And as I say it, he gets ensnared at the creeps. But okay. Didn't lose an Acolyte. A little bit of experience here as well on the Lich. And TeRRoR doesn't have the Expo. Yeah, there's no tech here either. But all the Echoes survived. And you really, really want this expansion with the Crypt Lord. Level 2, Gloves of Haze, damage rising. And he's abandoning the Expo idea. Just attack. Just like that. And Insup, your supply block, you are still on tier 1. That is a massive issue, though.
A town is under siege.
think he pulled too many ghouls. Halfway through with the tech. Oh, Impale. What a big weapon this is now. Mass AoE on both sides. TeRRoR almost surrounding here. Fighting iNSUP with his own weapons. The surrounds were crazy strong this entire tournament. But this might be the first TP for him. And the Acolyte is still here. And survives. Tech is almost done and iNSUP starts it only now. Plus, he's so hurt. Had to go for a Ritual Dagger. The Ghoul's actually not in range of... Okay, there we go. Used the Dark Ritual before. So, can the Might be matched? Even with the late tech, even with a not level 3 Lich. TeRRoR going for the Mercenary Camp. Big item. Opening up the Mer Camp for... Is it Staff? Staff should be Staff, right? Boots! Confident in his micro. It's a big ghoul army. Despite the tech, this kind of looks like an all-in. iNSUP needs to do damage now. There's gonna be a DK. TeRRoR supply blocked! Cancelled the Ziggurat. Cancels the Necro. TeRRoR doesn't have the Expo up. He can't... Oh, he did go for a DK. Just to max out the 30. He goes for the Krypton. He still has a TP. But fights out. Man, this is madness. No Nova, but Dark Ritual.
Players' forces are under attack.
TeRRoR's level 3 though. But big play by iNSUP. Big commitment as well. As again, Lumber Ghouls were kind of low. It's not forgetting about the Ziggurat this time though. If this expansion comes up, iNSUP loses the game. Like this, might still be open, especially with the Ziggurat cancel. Oh, does he have mana? No, has a mana potion now. As the DK comes in. Level 3 Lich. Big upgrade. Whoa, 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 whoa. Blocking his way free, and now the DK is here. Hero focus with that should be quite impossible. We have another Nova, but what can you do? Kill beetles, I guess. And TeRRoR is willing to go for the second expansion attempt. iNSUP might be sold on this Lich, but there's a reason we don't see it too often. Cryptlord on this map seems to be the #1 standard. With the DK here, he's just so stable. He gets constantly like new ghouls for pretty much free if there's a corpse around. And now the surrounds don't stick anymore. But on the other side they do! No TP! Lich down! This seems like it's GG.
A player's forces are under attack.
Oh, this is a free expansion now. DK rushes to the tavern. Didn't bring a mana potion, so is it even worth it? Always glitching out through these surrounds. An amazing Impale. Absolutely perfect. Every single unit. And I guess TeRRoR did it, man. The nerves. These games didn't go through his head. The first series, the first map was lost in 3 minutes. He was rushed once again. And lost the hero twice. Lost 2 to 3 fiends. Held on, held on, held on, and iNSUP is just losing way too much. There's an aura now. It is GG! Europe beats NA. And we have our first 4 quarterfinalists in Lolai, TeRRoR, Mikael, and Soin. So it's 2 undead, 1 orc, 1 night elf. And that concludes day 2. Strong performance by TeRRoR, man. But iNSUP, of course, defeating Colorful, these surrounds, these blocks, and probably not the best conditions for Colorful, for iNSUP either. nobody has. But yeah, the blocks were incredible. The surrounds were incredible. Until the very end, he ran a little out of steam if he sleeps a little better before, or sleeps at all before. Maybe this looks the other way, but as it is, TeRRoR defeats him. And yeah, that's the 4 players here. We do have 2 more days of group stage here in the Xellosred. Tomorrow, Focus versus Craft and Thunder versus Hitman. Before on Thursday, we have Foggy versus Sonic and Shake versus Sock. And then the weekend is playoffs, baby. Okay, then. Thank you very much for tuning in. I am pretty hungry, so I'm going off. Lots of support today and yesterday and the entire month. I really hope you enjoyed this, even though we had a little bit of delays here today. I have to fight with this. And now, time for some food and enjoy life. Hope you do the same.